Hello everyone, so this little 5 minute of movement of stretching is going to be dedicated to our beautiful quads. So as always, please take it as easy or as hard as you need to. Try not to force yourself into these stretches. Instead, think about just breathing and surrendering into them. So we're going to start off with our right foot forward. We're going to do 2 different types of lunges today. Right foot comes in, right heel comes down, and we want to tuck the back toe to start with. So we're going to tuck the tailbone under, we're going to push through that right foot, we're going to squeeze the left glute, think about sending the hip flexors forward, and already that should feel like there's a lot going on with that hip flexor on the left hand side. You can place a pillow underneath the knee if you need to. We're going to interlace our fingers onto our knees. We're going to round through the spine, send the back of the heart towards the back of the space, keep squeezing through the glutes and hold. Taking 2 breaths there, keep squeezing the glutes and pushing that hip flexors forward. And then as you inhale, we're going to come forward. We're going to shuffle that right foot a little bit further forward. We're going to untuck the back toes, and as we do, sink the hips down low in towards a lunge. Try not to bring too much weight forward. Keep the weight on top of the pelvis. And then just add a few little pulses. So using that pulses to just get in towards that left thigh. Shoulder blades are relaxed. They're drawn down the back. Head's nice and soft. Neck is nice and movable. Good. And once you've found a spot in which you can sink, hold in it there. So here's the few variations. We can stay here. If you're feeling a lot for that left thigh, stay exactly where you are. If you need a little bit more, you can bring the right elbow towards the right knee. Keep on that soft skin just on top of the knee, so never the knee itself, and pull the left foot in towards you. So the more that foot comes in towards the glutes, the more you're going to get into the quad. And notice the position of the shoulders. See if you can square the shoulders towards the front of the mat or the room that you are in. Keep lifting through the chest. Keep breathing for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to release. We're going to take the left foot down. Take the right foot out a little bit, and then slowly begin to sink the hips back, so much so that you're sitting inside of that left foot. So not on top of the left foot's just on the sides of the sit bones. Now if you get here and you're completely off on one side, take the right foot out a little bit. So always listening to the knee. If there's any feedback, please come out of it. We're going to gradually make our way down, which is going to intensify the stretch for our quads. So options. Hands come back, lift the chest. Some of us will be feeling a lot here. If you don't, the more that you walk back, the more that you lengthen through the front of the thighs, the more you're going to feel. So maybe the hands come back, chest is lifted. You can get a little stretch for the shoulders as well. Maybe you're coming down onto your forearms. This is as low as what I'm going to go today. And wherever you are, if you want a little bit more feeling and sensation into the thighs, you can squeeze that left glute and think of drawing that left knee towards the front of the mat and the space. Just so then you're activating in the stretch, you're going to feel a lot more. Take in one more big deep breath in, the breath out, and then inhale to rise. So however's comfortable, if it's graceful or ungraceful, it doesn't matter. Take that left leg forward, give it a bit of a shake. And then of course we've got all of that on the opposite side. So left foot comes forward, right knee comes down, right toes tucked, and we're going to lift up in towards a lunge. So a nice straight spine here, that tucking of the tailbone, hip flexors pushing forward, the squeezing, the turning on of that right glute. Hands onto that left knee, big breath in. Breathe out, back of the heart towards the back, tuck the tailbone under and squeeze. Good. Just taking a few breaths there. Really push through that right toe. Notice if the heel wants to draw in. Try not to let it. Amazing. And then slowly to release. Left foot shuffles forward. We're going to untuck the back toes, sink lower in towards that right thigh, and give yourself just a few little pulses forwards and backs just to lengthen into that right thigh. To tell the body where we are going. If you need to place your hand on a wall for balance, you can. And then just settling into a spot where you can really feel that stretch. So that pulling of the left heel back, right knee forward will give you a little bit of activation. We can stay where we are, or left elbow towards the left thigh. Right hand comes back towards you. Again, try not to come into the knee and lift the hips. Keep the hips sinking low and that meaty part of the knee. So it's actually you're resting on the thigh, right? And again, just trying to square everything towards the front to keep that stretch, just moving into our quads and getting where we want it to be. Good. Taking one more big deep breath. And then as you exhale, that right foot comes all the way back. We're going to straighten the left leg. Right toes turn out a little bit. Going to walk our hands back and walk our seat back inside of that right foot. So not sitting on the heel, keeping that heel away from the glutes. If you're off to one side, left foot can turn out a little bit. And again, just taking your time just to register. So if this feels like a stretch already, stay here. If you want a little bit more, hands go back, lift the chest. Notice how it feels, and then only with your breath, with your own kind of intelligence, notice where you need to be. If you're coming down onto the forearms, coming down, but again, that squeeze of the right glute, sending the right knee towards the front of the mat. It's going to create a little bit more sensation down that right quad. Taking a big breath in, big breath out, and then slowly coming all the way up. Congratulations, your little mini stretch for your quads. I hope you enjoyed.